Hello everybody. Now this is Sonia. I'm back again now to show you how I cover these little books. If you want to, you can use I used a thin piece of paper on that one, and I've used a heavier one on this side. It's up to you what you want to do and what sort of size, what thickness of paper you want to put on them. Now, it is not hard to do. Obviously, you know, you just cover this with whatever you want to put on there. I've got some fairy rhymes ones here, but I'm not really sure that I'm too keen on a lot of them. I've used a lot of them on different things, so I don't have a great variety, but I don't like to put anything. That's another thing. I want to explain that if you put something on there that's too busy, it's very hard to come up with what you want to embellish it with. You need something pretty basic or not too wild. I've got this one here that's got a really nice picture on it, but it's all purple, so therefore it's not going to be too hard to do. Same, the green is a bit bright, but it's all, you know, the same colours. The colours, I think, to my way of thinking, all go together, but, you know, because I like them to do the bright things, because I'm making these for the kids, you know, to use. Oh, well, I'm not actually small children, but, you know, and ladies can use them as well, of course. So anyway, the front one I did, so it's got this pocket on it, and I didn't realise when I was showing you that I had actually glued the pocket down on this one. But that's okay, because this one can just be different, can't it? There's no, like I said, there's no rules. Now, this piece of paper that is 6 inches, actually exactly 6 inches, will fit exactly over the front of this one. So I'm going to put this on here, on the front of this piece. I just want to time myself to again, because I know that it's going to take a little bit longer than you know, than what's time allows us, but I just don't want to take too long to load up. Actually, the first one took about 17 minutes, so I'm going to try and keep this one under that time. So but anyway, so we just put that onto there. Now I'm using this glue stick, and I have, you know, you think maybe it doesn't work so good, but it does. It's better than, you know, it's the best thing I've come up with so far to use with paper. I mean, you need a good quality one. You know, you don't want to buy a cheap one, because that's not going to work for you. This dries not actually immediately, but, you know, and then, because I'm a big believer in putting the thing on first, then cutting it, because to my way of thinking, that's a lot easier than trying to measure everything out and cut it, because I change my mind anyway sometimes about what I want to use. So I'll cut that off there, and when I do that, I'm going to be careful that I don't cut the envelope open, because if you're using this for a pocket, you don't want things to be falling out the top and the bottom. Now, I haven't stuck that down really great, but I'm trying to work out with the other minis that I did, I used a lace to put over the top of them to keep them together, you know, like, so that these pieces wouldn't come apart. Because when people are opening them all the time, they don't want the things to fall apart. But I do have another idea for your corners anyway, so we'll think about that in a minute. Now, to show you how to do what I do with the inside, because when you open it, you're going to see envelope, right, in there, you can see in there. So I'll get the hole doing thing, a little inch hole making thing, and I'll just line that up there on just one side, and press that down, and then I'll have this little part, you know, that you can open it, right? But you don't want to see that in there. So what you do is you get another piece of paper, something that'll go reasonably well with the yellow, but not too bright. I suppose this will look good. You get your piece of paper, whatever size you want, and you put it in there, right? So we're going to put some glue on the corner of this. Don't have to cut anything yet. You just put that in this hole here and glue that down. Okay, so now you're going to have that piece, and we will just carefully turn this over, and we will cut along the edge. Might just do it quick to start with, and then I'll just trim him up in a second here. So now you have got the inside of that covered nicely. I nearly stuck the other page to it there for a second. And this piece here is gaping open, so I'm going to fix these corners. So we won't worry about me telling you about them gaping open yet, because I've got a plan for that. So that just looks like that. That's as simple as that for doing that one. Okay, so now for these others, I'm needing a bit more paper. Probably, I got this really cool one, but it might be too big. I don't know if the pictures are too big or too... Actually, this is nice, isn't it? I could use a bit of that. I like to say keep it fairly toned down, like I said. So what have I got the first page? So the first page is yellow. I imagine I'll go with the green, maybe. This will look good. It's not very thick, and it's only one-sided, so therefore you're not wasting anything. Just put that there. Measure it till it comes to where the pocket is. There's your pocket. You don't have to. You can bring it to here if you want to, and put a different colour on that panel. But for this piece here, I'm going to just take it to my pocket part. Okay. But you've never seen anybody make anything like this in this rougher fashion before. But as long as the end product, I think, is what you're looking for, I guess that's okay. Now, let me see. I try my very best to do, and this probably did not cut wide enough for some reason. I'm thinking I did not measure that over properly. Why did I do that, Sonia? I don't know why I did that. Let me try that again. Why did I did that? Maybe the stripes might have put me right off, I don't know. Now we'll measure this. Again, the width that we need it to be. Okay, make it like a wall anyway, we'll make it go on, wait. So we want it to go up and down. Measure that there. They always say measure twice and only cut once, don't they? Never mind, it can be used for the tag. It doesn't have to be an issue at all. Right, now I'm going to cut this up along here. And I need to find out what length this part here needs to be. By measuring from the end of the pocket. But I know that I'm going to have it bent. So I'm going to make sure that I've got plenty when it does bend as well. You can see what I'm doing. Bend it first. Measure there. Cut that bit off the end. Here, I hope this is on the camera. Okay. It's a good size now for a tag, that piece. Right. Now we want to put that onto there, like so. Just glue him there. Now I'm only going to be showing you this bit here to the other side, and then I'm sure you will get the general idea of how I went about this, because there's a bit more to go when you with the decorating and that too, to fix it so it's right, and then you can come in later and you can just trim that back where that needs to be. So there you go, there's another pocket there. So in that pocket, because we're going to do the same thing, we're going to cut out a piece. Like that. And you're going to have that piece there showing. So, I can probably just, I'm going to put the yellow into this as well. Like that. So I'll just put the glue on there. Actually, I'll put the whole sheet in this. Because if I do this, like this way, glue it all right down all over this part here. I want to glue the whole thing in, okay? I'll glue it all over there as well, okay? Right. Can you see what I've done? Right. Now I'm going to cut this off here. I won't go right to the edge yet because I don't want to make a mistake and get that wrong. I know I'm wasting a little bit of paper and I surely can use something else to make a flower or something with later. But now I'm just going to come along here and I will cut this down there like that. Like this. And down here. Be careful not to cut my envelope. And look at that. We've got a pocket. And it has got paper on there for that page. So we've got that page and that page. And then when you do the next one, you do the same thing. You can either bring it to here, put a different colour in the centre, as I did on that. I did a different piece. Okay, I did a different piece there. And I did the same piece all the way through that one. Okay, but when you put this piece on here, you put it in, and that way you've got that all covered nicely so it doesn't sit out. And then you'll do the same with this pocket like you did with the front one. You'll just put that little thing there. You don't have to do that. In one of them I think I might have made holes in this one. Just I'm going to put brad or whatever on that, but this one here can be different. They don't have to all be the same. And that is the beginning of that. So if you just go along and finish it up to that part, and then we can come back and we can have a go a bit more. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.